Robren's types of karmic debts list. This is an intro. Traditionally, all religions talk about karma in one version or another. Karma means action, word, or deed. It also refers to the spiritual discipline of cause and effect, where the intent and actions of an individual, the cause, influence the future of that individual's, which is the effect. With origins in ancient India, karma is a key concept in Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, and Taoism. Christianity teaches morals such as whosoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap, which is Galatians 6:7. And those who live by the sword die by the sword, Matthew 26:52. In Islam, it's called qada and qada. Here's a list that you can reflect back during your very tough times in your life. They're most likely your bad karmic periods. For instance, you're very poor, very hungry, you couldn't pay the rent, you suffer financial setback or loss of possessions, accidents, sufferings, but not all sufferings are karmic settlements, and long-term illness. So these tough periods are likely your bad karmic periods and the return of bad karma or action you did in the past. These situations when you hit rock bottom are actually the universe gift to you. The universe opens some life lessons for you to master. So this is the karmic list. One is parental karmic debt. We all owe our parents or foster parents big time as they brought us up, fed us, and paid for education. Therefore, parental karmic debts should be within your top 10 karmic debts. But for some, it's probably within their top 3 karmic debts. Two, relationship and betrayal karmic debt. So when you have huge fights or in very intense relationships, you are likely settling karmic relations with a specific individual. So three is marriage and love relationships karmic debt. So there are some people that arrange marriage, but if you do that, be warned that karma is on you. Four, this is Daji Fu Lei Jing, which is the nine-tailed fox. This is a sexual karmic debt. So there are forms of this karmic debt. You could be seduced by either a male or female symbolic Daji, a fox seducer. It's a very symbolic, well known in Chinese mythology. Or you could involve in sex addiction and prostitution. Five, the nine deadly vices karmic debt. So whether you're a slave to the nine vices, which is lust, gluttony, greed, laziness, anger, jealousy, arrogance, addiction, or attachment, these are some of the things that is a karmic debt. Six, addiction, karmic debt. So there are forms of addiction, either is shopping, affairs, gambling, drinking, smoking, drugs. Internet is a very big addiction nowadays, gaming and all forms of addiction. But many people are willing to pay the price of karma to enjoy advice. It all boils down to karmic intention. Seven, health or illness karmic debt. So these are forms of pain, suffering, and health problems, or even mental issues and illness. Eight, the Ten Commandments karmic debt. So if you violate any of the commandments, or you're misusing God's name, this is 110,000-fold punishment. Or you dishonor the parents, murder, violence, adultery, stealing, lying, false witness, and coveting. Nine is the death karmic debt, whether you're grieving from a loved one. 10 is poverty, where you're very poor, hungry, and can't pay for the rent. 11 is business and financial karmic debt, where there's setbacks, closure, or things that backfire. 12, accident karmic debts. So it could be a form of falls, injuries. Now, if you're lucky, you may be receiving a minor injury that prevented a much bigger karmic debt, which is an accident debt. 13, legal karmic debts, whether it is fines, suits, or jail time. Religious karmic debts. So, in fact, extremely strict religious discipline like celibacy and priesthood can be a religious karmic debt. Penance, religious self harm, being in a cult, or martyrdom. Most religious people will be shocked when they find out that their religious discipline are actually a penance, a settling of karmic debt from previous lifetimes, probably a life living overindulgence, decadence, or addiction, or cruelty to, to animals, and also other crimes. 15, the racial karmic debt is a collective debt of a particular race in a particular country. 16, dark secret karmic debt. So there are personal dark secrets, then there are also family dark secrets. 17, this is a friend or relative karmic debt, whether you betrayed by someone close to you. 18, possessions, maybe loss of possessions. 19 is charity association. Maybe you're inclined to build or donate to temples, mosques, church, or religious places. 20 is boss or politics karmic debt. Maybe you're controlled by authority figure and a boss or team conflicts. 21, extreme discipline or karmic prison. So these are forms of extreme discipline. So in fact, a very strict disciplined life or tough military life, you could be paying for your past acts or painful gym regimen or even vegetarian diet. It could be a sign that you may have abused animals in the past, or you made some life choices. So or celibacy choices could be even past sex crimes that you've done. 22, teacher karmic debts. So whether it's a lecturer, a school teacher, or religious teacher. Doctor or priest. So these are forms of could be a psychic or feng shui master. In fact, Rasputin was a typical example where he was a healer and he won the trust of the Russian Tsar. And Nina Wong, a very famous story of a China camp, she owes a karmic debt to a personal feng shui consultant, Tony Chen. 24 is animal karmic debts, maybe it's dogs, birds, even wild animals, known to have saved the lives of owners. So just beware that the killing of animals is a bad karma. In fact, you could be paying for your karmic debts. 25, country, political, or career debts. So if you have past lives in a particular country or city, you may end up being reborn in the same country or same city. The same karma also applies to being born to a particular career or calling. So that's why you see some child prodigy, they are very good as musicians, even from very young, or athlete, like a natural. So 26 is nature and pandemic karmic debts. This is like earthquake, tsunami, global warming. 27 is crime karmic debts. 28, high status. So people with high status, such as the country president, prime minister, king, pope, or CEO of a very, very large company with thousands of employees, the return of karma can be as high as 10,000 fold than normal people. 29 is war and military karmic debt. It's a collective debt of warring nations. For instance, the mass killing of the Holocaust, Cambodia, and also in Indonesia, where the army killed a lot of people and they have to pay for the atrocities. So karmic debt is a part of the Secret of Everything series and the Tao or Spirit Sifu Masterclass. So this is our most popular course. You can inquire about this course. It covers the full range of spirituality and metaphysics. Subscribe to Whisper Robren Show, and you can also join our International Angelic Research Association. These are some of the testimonials. So you are just one decisive action away from a multi-spiritual life, free from karmic debts. For interviews and talks, you can contact Robren at Spirit Community or WhatsApp. Thank you very much.